traders and investors. Today we're looking at Archer-Daniels-Midland, ticker ADM, a global agribusiness. We'll look at fundamentals from the latest 10Q, management insight, technical setup using the EMA 3455 trend filter and Alex Piroglu's MACD, and we'll wrap up with price targets and portfolio strategy. I'll be using TradingView for price charts, the latest 10Q file and investor presentation that can be found on the company's website. ADM operates across agriculture services, oilseeds and carbohydrate solution and nutrition solutions. We can see these details on TradingView, a short description about the company. The company is a dividend aristocrat. It's been paying dividends for over 90 years and it's been increasing dividends for 52 years in a row. If we look at the financials and TradingView, which is right here, first I'd like to look at the annual price to earning ratio, which is in 23. I like to look at companies that have a PE below 15. I also like to have a look at return on invested capital and net margin, which are pretty low for ADM. The key elements that I always focus on is current ratio. I like to see it above 1.5. It's 137 for ADM, and debt to equity ratio. I want to see it below 0.5, which is 0.41 at the minute. What current ratio is telling me is that the company is in a good financial health. It's able to pay its current liabilities, and debt to equity is telling me that the company has a low debt or manageable debt. Both of these metrics I use as an indicator of management performance. If we go back to the 10Q, we can see that the revenue was 20 billion quarter over quarter, this quarter compared to last year's quarter, pretty much in line, not a big difference. We can see that slightly lower if we compare 9 months. We can see that net earnings are slightly higher this quarter compared to the last year's quarter, and then way lower if we compare the 9 months. The company has registered 0.22 earnings per share, and the company is paying dividends of 0.51. We can also see that the dividend is higher this quarter compared to last year's quarter, and obviously the 9 months, comparing the 9 months as well, which stands to show that ADM is indeed raising the dividend. If we scroll further down and we look at the liability, we can see that short-term debt is indeed lower, as we were talking about the liability, and also is the long-term debt, which is something that I like to see with the company. ADM's size by numbers, the company has 300 crop procurement locations around the globe, and in total about 700 facilities. It's not really easy to break into the market that they work in, so this is a good asset, something to look forward to. If we go back to the chart, from technical perspective, the company looks well. It's definitely a good investment to make. Consider the 3.5% dividend yield that's offering at the minute. When we look at the technicals, a few things that I like to look. First of all, I have 3 moving averages on my chart: 55 red, EMA 55, which is red, EMA 34, which is green, and EMA 21, blue. I also have the Alex Piroglu's MACD, which is using ATR in its calculations and is helping to filter out the sideways movements. And I like to see EMA being above 50%, which will indicate that the momentum is strong, and I also look at the weekly chart, weekly candles. My technical setup, if I would look to trade ADM, what I would look for is, first of all, EMA 34 to be above EMA 55, which you can see here. It's crossed over at the beginning of September. I then want to see a candlestick, full candlestick to be open, to be about away from EMA 21, as in open, high, open and close, as well as high and low of that week. That's condition number one. Condition number two, I want to see the MACD being about 50%. And I want to, as a strategy, I want to enter with one unit as the first candle, second candle with 2 units, and third candle with another unit, or pyramid entry. Um, Everybody has different size for a unit, so whatever you prefer, that's what you can use. It's non-investment advice, but that's what a unit is. It's whatever everyone can afford to lose or win. I use ATR. They are 2 times, and they are below. They are used as a stop loss condition. As we can see from technical perspective, we had the buy one, long two, long three triggered at the beginning of September, a week starting 8th of September, 15 and respectively 22. So from technical perspective, it's a long. From fundamental perspective, it's a healthy, sound business. When we look at the analyst on TradingView, the sentiment is neutral, which pretty much means sell. If we will Google, we'll find a neutral, of overweight, um, this type of ratings, which pretty much mean a sell, and all that because in a quarterly result, if we look at the transcript, the CEO stated that um, the um, results are lower. They lower their full year expectation. Check full year. And it's pretty much on this statement here, where it says, as a result, we're lowering our expectation for full year 2025 and now expect adjusted earnings per shares to be between 3.25 to 3.5 as opposed to 4 as it was initially. And many traders panicked and sold. Thanks for watching. Again, this is non-advisory.